Welcome to the International Broadcasting Convention in Amsterdam, IBC. I'm Michael Artsis. Thanks so much for joining us for your continuing Teradek coverage live here from the Vitek Group brand booth here at IBC. You know, so much has happened overnight, a lot of things going on, a lot of buzz about a new Canon announcement. We'll find out if it happens today. Word on the street is it might not happen till Photokina. The word is it's going to be a 7D Mark II. You've seen all the specs on the rumor sites. Not that interesting for video. A lot of improvements for photo, but it does add a headphone jack from what we're hearing. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Of course, you already know about Nikon and the D750 and their announcement there. Stunning video camera, HD. And of course, Sony has announced the FS7, which is an unbelievable camera. So a lot happening here still at IBC. A lot of great news to come as well. I'll have a big announcement hopefully at some point later today with some breaking news, or definitely tomorrow. Keep it locked here to your continuing coverage of IBC 2014 throughout the day and tomorrow. This is your Teradek Live coverage. I'm joined by the guys from EditShare, and 4K seems like it's the big topic here. Jeff and Justin, thank you guys so much for joining us. You guys have some new stuff, but the biggest thing with 4K, before we get into this, is storage, how to manage it, your asset management, how to deliver it, how to edit it, how to share the edit, how to, network editors together and all this stuff. We struggle with it at my production company. Everybody struggles with it. It's like, SD to HD was a challenge. HD to 4K almost seems like a nightmare. You guys have figured out how to do this smoothly, how to make it work. You have storage solutions, you have all sorts of solutions for digital asset management. You're going from capture, basically you don't touch the shooting side, but you go from capture and ingest to the storage, the asset management, the metadata, and the delivery. You take us through the whole post-production process.
Absolutely, yeah. And in fact, thanks for having us, by the way.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
And you guys are very well known across the industry. And people, if they want to find out more about you too, obviously they can go to your website, but they can go to Able Cinetech as well. Yeah,
so asking about 4K, actually our new version of Flow now announced support for tracking of new 4K formats, Red, AVC Ultra. There are too many to keep track of, so it's a constant effort.
We're going to have Jeremy Young, the CEO of Atomos, on later, because he's like the codec guy. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about, which is exciting, I think, because I want people to understand what the different codecs mean and what they are, because there are so many codecs and it gets so confusing. And that's the thing, it's like ARRI, C500 from Canon, you've got Sony's got their own codec, you've got DNG RAW, you've got all these, you've got ProRes, you've got AVC, it's just unbelievable how this just never ends. It seems like there's a new codec every day.
It doesn't, and our media asset management tool is constantly evolving to add support for new codecs and support our customers' workflows better.
Even RAW, right? RAW 4K seems like it's even another challenge. How do you guys handle all this data? We just shot something on an FS700 and an Odyssey 7Q RAW 4K Cinema DNG. 2 terabytes for 2 hours of footage.
So the way we've handled that is that we continue looking at all the new storage technologies, all the new networking technologies. In fact, at NAB a few months ago, so we're talking 4 or 5 months ago, we were showing RAW Ultra HD off of just our standard storage. Now, of course, we had to get the latest in 40 gigabit networking, so EditShare has always been on the edge of that latest Ethernet technology. So we're just continually looking at that. We bring those codecs into our lab. We've got this great lab, 30 workstations, continually seeing how we can break our stuff so that we break it before our customers do. So we're just
That must be a fun job, because I got a chance recently to break a bunch of old gear for a commercial, like sledgehammers, and I know you're not taking sledgehammers to it, but we use forklifts.
Sometimes.
Yeah, we try not to drop it out of the rack, but really it's about constant improvement.
Yeah.
And real world stream count tests and real world customer applications.
I like that you guys do that, because I think a lot of people don't nowadays. They just say, here's our product, in theory it works, go. And maybe they do a little testing, but they don't do thorough like this. And so I really like that, and that you continue to test and find problems before a customer does.
Well, our favorite thing is that when we bring customers in, other partners in, our proudest moment is when we show them our lab.
Yeah.
Say, look, hey, there may be wires going every which way, but that's because we know if we take this wire and break it, well, that may break things. We have to know. Installers never put wires in the right place, and that breaks things. How do we fix that?
And you guys have a new system out that's completely different architecture, and it lets you scale this way and up.
Yeah, in general, EditShare has been scalable for a long time, both by adding additional servers and managing them under one user interface, and also adding additional drive enclosures to a single system.
But this allows you to have one shared drive.
Exactly. Right? This is totally different from every one of our systems that came before, and I'd love Justin to talk a little more about it.
So this is our distributed file system. Basically, you can just keep adding machines, and it's though you have one huge hard drive. And there are many distributed file systems out there. We're not the first, but we're one of the ones we've looked at all of what's out there and redesigned it, re-architected it, and tuned it for today's bit rates. Uncompressed HD, starting to look at higher bit rates like 2K, 4K.
What's the highest bit rate you guys can do? I mean, I just heard somebody say the other day that they're doing 600 megabits per second. Somebody told me last night almost 500 megabits per second at 72 megabytes per second is what they're doing.
Well, we go well beyond that, actually. I mean, at NAB, as Justin was referencing, we were showing uncompressed 4K DPX. So we're talking about file formats that are 20, 30, 40 megabytes per second per frame.
And we were showing it at 50 hertz.
Over like almost a gigabyte, 1,000 megabytes of traffic per second.
Wow.
And so one of the technologies we're using to get that performance is 40 gigabit Ethernet. So EditShare in 2005 was one of the first to show uncompressed HD editing over 10 gigabit Ethernet. And now at NAB, we were the first to show 40 gigabit. We're going to be leveraging 40 gigabit Ethernet in our new distributed file system to provide the highest performance. And with adding additional nodes to that system, we're going to be pushing the boundaries, of NAB, pretty soon.
You guys, one of the things I like is that you guys really have the ability to do a lot of really innovative things. One of the things that's super innovative is the fact that you can do a very low-res proxy kind of edit in the cloud. So people can be off-site and they can mark in and out points. They can look at footage, and it's good quality, but it's not, it's a proxy. It's not, you wouldn't use it as your final edit, but it's good enough to really look at though.
Well, that's the sort of paradox here, right? We're working on the ultra high end of high resolution 4K, and then we need to compress it down and make proxy versions available for viewing anywhere, and that's what Airflow does. Airflow lets you preview your proxy files of all the material on your EditShare storage using lightweight H.264 proxies. You get all of the same metadata access you have in within your facility, exported out to any web browser or tablet around the world. Producers can review content, sequences, create workflows where if a clip is approved, that will trigger some other things to happen, a transcode, a copy, an FTP to another third-party server, an email notification. So there's a lot of powerful workflows that can be enabled by that low-res proxy viewing workflow from anywhere.
What can people hook up any device to this, like as far as can it be a iMac, can it be, a lot of people want to edit on iMacs hooked up to these devices, obviously a Mac Pro, obviously PCs, but I mean, can it be a laptop or an iMac?
Yeah,
absolutely. We're a NAS, which means no complicated fiber channel, seat management, etc. You can use gigabit Ethernet to hook up an iMac, a Mac Mini, a PC workstation, and gigabit Ethernet is great for a couple of streams of DNX HD or ProRes simultaneously on your timeline. If you want to go beyond that, there are great options now with Thunderbolt and 10G base T. So this allows you to connect Thunderbolt adapter to your iMac, and you have a Thunderbolt network card. So it's just like the gigabit port on the back.
So you're going 10 gig to the Thunderbolt
over the exact same cables. Good old, Ethernet. cables.
And we also actually go all the way down, which is that our Airflow product lets you pop out an iPad, go through sequences, browse what's there, approve it, kick off some automated task that would maybe transcode something, get your rough cuts over to your assistant editor, all from an iPad.
That's awesome.
Which is great for a producer who just wants to sit back on Laguna Beach.
That's what I want
and
to
watch. Yeah, exactly.
I love it. Laguna Beach. That's pretty awesome. Now, you guys are based in Boston, right?
Yep.
And so how easy is it to set up? Because this is kind of like a little mind-numbing, right?
I actually started out as an Editshare customer. That's how I joined the company originally, and I was always apparently the guy who'd call tech support at 5 p.m. on a Friday. So I got known for that anyway. But anyway, we started out with.
Well,
Secret.
you're a nicer guy than me because I'd wait till 3 a.m. on Friday.
Yeah, exactly. So we started out with SneakerNet on a History Channel series, and quickly became impractical. SneakerNet is trading drives back and forth between lots of editors, and just got really complicated in a hurry. We bought an Editshare, and we were transferring material the afternoon it went in. So there's a very, very quick learning curve. You basically have to, make some new users, make some media spaces, which is like a virtual network share, and connect up the client software, which is very simple, and start copying media, and you're off and running.
Wow. All right. Excellent. Very, very simple. Thank you guys so much. And you work closely with my friend Josh Apter at Manhattan Edit Workshop and the Padcaster.
I do.
Yeah, it's a great place to learn how to edit Manhattan Edit Workshop.
Absolutely.
Very cool. Thank you guys so much. We've got Justin and Jeff from Editshare. You guys got to check out Editshare. I preach all the time that you have to have an infrastructure for 4K. There's not even a possibility that you can daisy chain drives anymore. So you got to check out Editshare. It's really, really important that you set up your infrastructure before you start working and figuring out what cameras you have so that you can actually do this and have a good workflow in place. I'm Michael Artis. We'll be back with a whole lot more from IBC. Day 72 here at IBC. Just kidding. It's like day 4. I don't know. We're having so much fun. We want it to never end, and neither do you. So we'll be back with a whole lot more from Teradek's live continuing coverage at IBC 2014.